This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB. It easily move into the top 5.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, the Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
He's got room to roam, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They're on the 26-yard line.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They go play action here on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun, Callahan. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Through the middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Here's Duggan to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Duggan will look to throw this. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender.
Somehow, they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Only to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus.
Now a 2nd and 6. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Third down and 6. Throwing, Duggan. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 3. Duggan. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Rams there on the move. They've got another 1st down.
First down at the 48-yard line.
Henry up the middle. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Duggan now to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Next to score, Seahawks 17, Rams 14.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And good starting field position. They'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw is Duggan. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Duggan looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dugan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Well, absolutely. And that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. He's going to use his legs here. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Rams 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the 1st half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying the left side with Walker. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down and 4. Back to throw. Callahan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Callahan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
They run again with Walker. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to throw again. And that's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Back to throw. Callahan.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Callahan.
They'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Callahan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense is marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dugan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Gets around him. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. This is Fant on the short completion. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the... The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff, but this is going to go the other way. A reverse. A daring play call there. He's going to be brought down just a bit short of the line to gain, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throw out wide is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dugan. And
He's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Looking to throw. Dugan. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down and 8. Right back to Hubbard.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hubbard. And good sideline-to-sideline tackling there as they're going to get him down a couple yards short of the first. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Good move at the 30.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Running left is Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Straight ahead, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive.
Dugan.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw.
Dugan. He's got Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw.
Dugan.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Rams will line up for the
They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Troy Green.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York so wild, my dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it.